This is Partita number 2 by Bach, the second section. So it starts out similar to the first section in that we have a fingered note that is the same as an open string, that is 2 on the A string in third position. Sounds to the note the same as open E. So we play the fingered note and then tilt the bow ever so slightly on the downbeat to play the fingered note and the open string at the same time. It gives it a little richer sound. So I'll go through and stop every measure or two. I'm going to talk primarily about fingering and intervals and intonation. Okay, so in the beginning we are starting in third position. Shift down to second position. Notice that we shift on a half step. And then to first position, again on a half step. Third position. Okay, so in measure, let's see here, 18 on beat 4, notice that we're using the open string to shift. So measure 18, beat 3, open A, I shift during the open A to second position. Open A again and shift to first position. Oh, sorry. Okay, so in measure 20, we have this little figure going on, da 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 da. And it goes along in first position in measure 20. On the fourth beat of measure 20, we have this. I used an extended 4 for that last note, the F, because I want my bow only to go over one string to the D string, third position. Second position. Third position. So let me play that again and see if I can get that a little better in tune. We'll start on measure 21. So there's a lot of shifting in there. Intonation needs to be impeccable in this. You don't need to use a whole lot of vibrato. And we just want the violin to resonate and be clear. So we're at the end of measure 22. Notice again, I use the open string for the shift. Now we're going up into fourth position, so one whole step higher. You may want to bring your arm in ever so slightly. So that whole section, if you're using the Galamian edition, the fingerings that are printed in there, I think work really well. So you're constantly going back and forth between first, second, and third position. And then there's that one little spot of fourth position in measure 23. So be sure to use the printed fingerings. They work really well. Oh, let's see. Let's start in measure 25. So let's stop there for a moment and look at measure 26 and 27. So again, the open string is used for the shift to second position. Third position. First. Now right there, I'm on the E string. And I do have to go all the way to the D string, like that. You're going to move your arms in, get it in tune. Now, coming up, we're at measure 27, second position. So I think those notes are a little hard to get in tune. I just played it a little bit out of tune myself. It's the next note, E. It's a reach from C to E. That's a major third, a big third. So make sure your arm is in and you reach for it. And then B flat. So E is there, B flat is there. They are not directly across the string from each other. The E is a bigger reach. Okay, let's talk about that measure. We have some tritones in there, so it's a little tough to get in tune. We're in measure 28. Regular one, low one, next beat. The 3 has to move down for C sharp. Now I keep that, your second finger on the G, I keep it down because you're coming back to it. Don't let it up, all right? Now still keep it down. We have 2 opens. C sharp with that low 3. And here's the G again. I did not raise my second finger. So beat 4. Now C sharp again, but I'm going to play it with a high 2 this time. So that measure requires some careful listening. I think you could play it on the piano and listen to it, really get this in your ear. So this is measure 28. And let's go on this time. Let's take a look at measure 30. We have something similar to measure 28. Did I play that in E flat before? I might have. So measure 30, that is an E natural. A low 3 for F sharp. And going back to the C. I don't lift that C up in beat 2. Keep that down. Then you can lift it up as you go on. on the octave, the open D plus the high D. Okay, so that's the second section, and just listen really carefully. I think it would be beneficial to identify the intervals, a third, a minor third, a major third, a tritone, whatever it is. And then the Galamian fingerings, I think, are good, so I would go with that.